Kumon gonna be getting a lot of money from H1. Bro, they better give a 3-piece discount. What the hell?
A 3-piece. So look, I found something on Twitter, right? And when I tell you, these responses had me laughing for like the entire day. I kid you not. I almost like laughed myself into an asthma attack.
Bro, why you're so dramatic?
It's not dramatic. It's the truth.
An asthma attack.
Okay, fine. Guarantee you chuckle at all of these.
Chuckle ain't gonna. I ain't gonna chuckle.
Let's see what he's got. Let's see what he's got.
The tweet says, ladies, what is the wildest
targeted.
lie?
I immediately feel targeted.
Oh, of course you do.
I immediately feel
He
targeted.
didn't even say what it was yet.
You calling out the ladies, and I'm the only one here.
Ladies, what is the wildest lie a man ever told you? I asked him why there was a video of a babe dressing up on his phone, and he said, "Did you know that a man and a woman can be naked on the bed together, and that's not proof of adultery?"
He could have had so
Chuckle
many.
number one.
He can have so many better.
Can I get a scoreboard? 1-0.
He can have so many better things than that to say, though.
Ladies, what's the wildest lie a man ever told you? A hacker logged into my Twitter account and DM'd a bunch of minors my dick pictures and is now asking me for $3,000 ransom to delete the evidence.
That's not funny. That's not funny. I refuse. I refuse.
That's crazy.
Cause
That's
what?
left field.
Went through his phone and saw he was texting his friend about having sex with someone else. I confronted him and he said that it was all a dream and wasn't real. And he was just telling his friend about the dream he had.
He tried.
I ain't laughing at that.
Oh, okay, fine, since you want to hold it. Told me he's going on a walk, but went to his girlfriend's house to celebrate Kwanzaa with her. I sent our kids to their place and became a hot model myself, which made him so jealous it was hilarious.
What do you? Wait.
What?
Wait. There are so many things wrong with that.
Uh-huh.
Say that again.
Told me he's going on a walk, but
Okay.
went to his girlfriend's house to celebrate Kara Chath, I don't know, some holiday
Yeah,
with
I think
her.
it's an Indian holiday.
I sent our kids to their place.
That's right. That right there. What do you mean?
It sounds like she's a side piece that has kids with him.
It sounds like she's a wife.
It sounds like she's a
maybe
wife.
and has kids,
And
and,
has
he
kids
went to
with
his
him.
girlfriend's house.
And became a hot model myself, which made him so jealous it was hilarious.
A hot model? What does that mean?
I got in my ex's car, and his passenger was all the way forward, and he said he and his homeboy sit in the back seat together to roll up.
You got me on that one. You got me. I have no other words, but you got me.
I'm tired of people.
That he was at another girl's house because Pokemon Go took him there.
Hey, I like that one. I'll use that one.
I know you fucking lying. I know you fucking lying.
I'll use that one. I'm nerdy enough to use that.
Stop playing with me.
Freshman year of college, he told me his mom needed medicine because she had cancer. Me and some friends pulled money together. No one had cancer. He had just gotten another pregnant and was dropping out of school. I still haven't forgiven myself.
Wow.
I'm only laughing because she said she hasn't forgiven herself.
That's 3-0.
Oh, I'm so
Let's
sorry.
see. This dude lied about his uncle dying after I ghosted him, so I replied to his text and sent him money.
Nope.
Yeah. I don't know about that one.
His mama died. I said,
Why?
Wow.
Okay, time. Why are you consistently killing people off, y'all?
That's the quickest way to get a response. Because you're going to feel sorry for him.
I'm gonna need a proof. I'm gonna need proof. I'm gonna need like proof. I'm gonna need an obituary.
Wow.
I need to show up to the funeral at that point because no one's gonna get me.
His mama died. I said, why would you even lie about some shit like that? That's wild. MF gonna say, because I ain't want you to leave me. I'm like, bruh, it's not like that serious that you lying about your mama's death.
It's never that serious, y'all. Stop
if
playing.
she doesn't leave him and he's like, I'm going to introduce you to my mama. What mama? Like what? Like
when you forget you lied about something,
You didn't
I'm
think
screaming.
this through, bro. Like what are you talking about?
Mama show up to the wedding. So her mother grew.
Wait. She looks a little too much like him to be his stepmama. What the hell's going on here?
One of those BET movies that cut. I guess you're wondering how I got here.
Nah, that's wild.
Is that
Hey,
it?
yo.
What?
Hey, yo.
Spit it out.
So this one, the girl actually dropped the Snapchat thread. Boy says, do you want to give us a chance? Baby, be my girl. I like you. I know you like me. Be mine. Sorry, baby. I love you, baby. Please be mine. Sorry for bugging you. Literally all in one lump. Guess no one needs me. What do you do? What did I do to you for not talking to me? Are you upset with me? Why are you mad at Josh?
Stop.
Thanks for
Stop.
hurting Josh.
Stop.
I got bad
Stop.
news. Josh is dead. I'm sorry.
Stop
Wow.
it. Stop it. Stop it. Because that man needs therapy. That man needs therapy.
Therapy or exorcism?
Hey, I did see a tweet that said, I'm glad that everybody's accepting like the whole thing that they need therapy, but some of y'all need an exorcism, but baby steps. He needs to go immediately to exorcism. Because, sir, what? First of all, don't blow up my phone. Secondly, at the end of it, all of a sudden Josh is dead. Stop playing with me. Stop playing.
Okay, this is the last one I'm going to give y'all, and then we're going to move on.
It better be funny, bro.
This one said, this
all I'm
woman on
saying.
TikTok said her baby daddy disappeared for hours. He came home covered in blood. Said he was robbed. Her money. She found out he was cheating with a girl on her period. And he got it all over him.
Hellfire. Hellfire. Slow burn.
Ooh.
A simmer.
It's a
So it
barbecue.
can last longer. Because we don't want your skin to just charry, just become dust. Let it simmer.
Y'all know how nasty that is?
That's disgusting.
Oh, my God.
That's disgusting. But I heard somebody else has questions for us too.
I do. Would you rather?
Look at you joining the family and whatnot.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. It's kind of fun. Hey, if y'all like me on the podcast, well, first of all, if y'all don't, please don't eat me up so bad in the comments. Please
Roast
don't,
her.
y'all. No.
Finish her.
I'm
Don't make me. So
I didn't get any sympathy.
I typically don't like go in the comments, but y'all start talking crazy, and I'm gonna come in there.
I'm sensitive, y'all.
I want to
come
see
in
him
there.
go in there.
I'm an artist, and I'm sensitive about my shit.
It's literally, I'm just responding with 2 words. Your mom.
Your mom.
Your dad.
Your mom.
Your mom. Your dad.
All right. Would you rather have triplets or one child every year for the next 3 years?
One child.
One child every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm not about to pay for college
Selfishly,
tuition
it's because I'm
for
not giving
3
birth to-
children.
I was
all-
literally about to say that. I feel like it's very convenient that a man is able to say that because your concern is money. But as a woman,
You're still pushing out 3 babies right there and then.
agreed. But I would rather do that and push them out right there and then than to do that every freaking year, dude. Like,
But then there's also more chance of complications.
I mean,
whole
there's
bunch-
complications
there's
either way.
each
There's
way,
complications
so
either way.
Especially with how healthcare does black women. Like, it's a...
One or shit, 3 and done.
Okay.
3 and done.
3 and done.
3 and done.
All right. I'm just thinking because childcare for 3 kids at the same time, same nursery.
My mother's retired.
3
My
college,
mother's retired. She can babysit.
Will she
Sorry,
pay that
Mom.
tuition as well?
3 college tuitions at the same time.
They're all gonna need scholarships.
You
Also,
better
you gonna
make
be
that
parent?
shit happen.
You gonna be that parent?
Kumar gonna be getting a lot of money from H1.
Bro.
They better give a 3-piece discount. What the hell?
A 3-piece.
What the hell? Like,
I'm dead. A 3-piece
you know how much that's gonna
A
cost?
3-piece.
I'm sorry. That's all I can think about is the cost.
Facts.
I'm
Big
screaming.
facts.
All right. Would you rather go back to?
What?
No, it's not him. It was that I wanted to say rather how he usually says
You
it, but I don't want to be.
motherfucker.
I don't want to be an asshole right now. Would you rather?
Okay. Because I grew up in England, I can't say rather. Okay? Rather. Sheesh.
It's rather. Would
Whatever.
you?
Americans.
Would you rather go back to your ex or count each bag or each grain of rice in a bag?
I'll count the. I'll count
count the
grains.
grain of rice.
I'll count them.
What?
It's
It's not gonna take that long.
Um,
I'll be done in like 3 or 4 days.
I'll just break up with you and then get back with you.
No, that don't count.
Yeah, too.
No, don't
Baby boo.
Nah.
No. Would you rather go back to the person before me or count the greater rice?
I'd rather count the grain of rice, honestly.
Exactly. There you go.
I'd definitely rather count the grain of rice. But I would more prefer to just break up with him and then go back. It lasts like not even 5 seconds. You know? It's easier that way.
I mean, a lot can happen in 5 seconds. You so
Like what? Like what? Like what?
Nothing.
Can they explain?
Nope. Next question.
Uh-huh.
Not be getting threatened on my own show.
You shouldn't have asked me to be a guest.
But
And
continue.
here you are. Last
Continue.
one. Would you rather be, this is stupid because everyone knows the answer to this one. Would you rather be the richest person in the world or the most famous person in the world?
Richest person in the world.
Yeah, I think that was pretty
Because
obvious.
you can be famous for the wrong reasons.
And you be
We can
famous,
be famous and broke.
You be famous and broke.
Exactly.
Take TLC,
Insta-
for example.
Listen, Instagram
Sorry,
likes.
I love TLC. I love them. Love. All
Yeesh.
love. But the ladies was famous and broke.
All I'm gonna say is you can be the richest. Them Instagram followers and all them famous people don't translate to money all the time.
Not all the time.
Not all
Not
the
gonna
time.
pay your bills.
I mean, if you are the richest person in the world, you can just choose not to do anything controversial anymore and just collect a bunch of
Or you could just
royalties
choose
from
to
posting.
not
Facts.
be anything. Give me what was it? Jeff Bezos, give me his money. Give me a fraction of his money. I'm good. You'll never see me again. I'm ghost.
Private island.
1 millionth of
I'm
his
go.
money.
Me,
you're
my
good.
family, my closest friends, if they don't want to live with me, like they could fly in and out. What else I need?
I feel
And I
that.
can go travel other places. What else do I need?
I feel that.
What else I need?
Truthfully,
Truthfully.
a fraction of that, and none of my children are eating or are working for the rest of their lives.
At all.
Are you
Or
sure
their
you're not gonna,
grandchildren.
you sure you're not gonna turn into like one of those rich people, i.e. Jackie Chan, who's like, I'm rich, you're not?
To
I
their
am going
kids?
to be Shaq and give my kids whatever the hell they want.
The Shaq doesn't give his kids all. He gives the girls whatever they want, not the guys.
Well, pretty privilege.
Yeah, no, I'll kind of do what a lot of rich people do, whereas they won't get like
You won't get until they get 18.
they won't get the brunt of the money until like they get their first degree or something.
Oh, okay. But then they get their first degree and then like,
Okay, time skirt. What about like life just leads them down the path where they like don't get their first degree until maybe like 40, 45. Like you're still not
Did
giving
you start
them.
a business?
They have some. Don't get me wrong. They're not bums just living off
Are
you.
you
They're
making
successful.
money? If you're
Yeah.
if you're making money, or you're
They're able to
successful
live
a certain
life
amount, then,
very
hey, there you
comfortably.
go.
right, but you
They
can't
don't
make-
have a degree. I think there's just too much weight on the degree at that point.
They don't have to get a degree, but if they decide to
just
go
said that,
down, if they decide to go down the path of college after they graduate high school, then yes, get your degree, then you'll get your money.
So they can't go to college and then decide they don't want to go anymore at that time. They can't take a break, take time off.
You gonna need a plan.
Okay,
and you
so
gonna
this
need
is-
to
this is
execute that
This
plan.
is literally a perfect segue into our actual topic for today.
I don't
Okay,
think I'm
what's
done
up?
with this one yet. Wait a minute.
Ooh.
Wow. Okay. Now,
I'll take it.
full transparency. So I went to college for 2 years and I had a career at the time, something creative that took me other places. And at this point in life right now, I have not went back to get my degree, at least not as of yet. I do plan on going, but I have not gone yet.
But
So
you
are
also remember I know what you did.
Doesn't matter. What I'm saying is that if I was
you proved this point.
No, but what I'm saying is that if I was your child, if I had not gotten a degree because I just chose to do something creatively and take a break from college, and even though it's been so long since I've done that creative thing, but I can still sustain myself, do I not deserve your money at that point because
You're
I
able
haven't gone to college?
You're able to sustain yourself. You've reached my requirements.
That's not what you said. You said until they got their first degree.
I said if they decided to go to college.
Not first thing. Now you said that after your first thing.
Waity.
Rewind the tape. Rewind. No,
While you rewind it, you'll hear what I said. But like I said, if you decide to go to college, even if you drop out of college, as long as you have a plan and you execute that plan.
Okay. Well. Okay. That's
So
fine.
when you decided to go do your creative thing, you were still successful in the thing that you were doing. You didn't just drop out of college to go play video games
I mean, what
know.
if video games is their thing?
but you have to be successful at what you're doing.
So okay. So
So what-
you're trying to
so
teach
what
your
measures
kids independence
success
at
then?
that point.
What measures success then?
If
For
he
you.
decides that he
Metric.
wants to go
What's the
play
metric
video
of
games
success?
to be famous and be a YouTuber, start getting followers, build a following, get 100,000 views, start making money.
He's trying to teach discipline and independence.
I get what he's trying to say.
That's
but
all it is.
But that's a metric that's really hard to measure, considering their level of success to them may not equal your level of success.
Well, it's not him putting his. At least correct me if I'm wrong. It doesn't sound like it's him putting pressure on what his metric of
It's
success
sustainability.
is. It's
Can you
just
sustain yourself?
yeah.
If you can sustain yourself, then
Like
go
if
ahead.
if you can show me what you've done, if you can show me the progress, then yeah, that's completely fine. That's what that's more so what I was trying to make sure that was, because a degree does not measure
No,
success.
absolutely not.
You just gaslit the heck out of her and didn't even know it.
No, I really didn't.
No,
I really didn't.
he didn't. But however, like just that whole conversation of college degrees and stuff is just a sensitive topic for
There's
me because
so many
Gaslit.
jobs.
No, he
There's so
didn't
many
do-
things you
You
can do
do
out
it on
there
purpose. He did
right
not.
now without a degree. You can get certificates. You can decide you don't want to get certificates and you just want to learn it yourself. You can. There's so
Yeah.
many things you can do out there in this world.
He just wants to see proof that you're able to sustain life.
Yeah.
And you're not just living off
And that you just
money
didn't
that you
decide
didn't
that you
earn
wanted to be a
particularly.
freaking
So, yeah.
idiot.
Okay, so on the topic of independence and like all of that stuff, right? We both being Nigerian Americans, a lot of the times
Is this the segue into the real?
this is a segue into the real
Okay.
conversation. A lot of the times we were exposed to a lot of biases on what we thought or what we think African American people are.
Oh, this
What are
one is-
some of the
oh.
biases?
Are y'all really? Y'all brought me on for this?
Absolutely. Because it wouldn't have been fair if it was all three of us who are Nigerian American and not having someone who's actually an African American weigh in. What are some biases that you experienced as a Nigerian American or were taught by your parents that when you got into the real world wasn't really true?
I kind of want to hear from Mel first, truthfully. I want to hear how she feels about or how she's heard from her parents, her grandparents about people who come from Africa and feel like, do you feel like people who come from Africa feel like they're better than you?
Ooh.
Or do you or have you heard that from your community in any way, shape, or form?
Truthfully, the only culture that you hear that come to America and feel like they're better than African Americans is Nigerians. I've never heard people say like South Africans or Ghanaians come over or blah blah blah, or like, well, I ain't gonna say blah blah blah. I'm not gonna diminish their
Right.
cultures, but like the other ones can't come to mind right now. But the only culture that you hear that genuinely come over here and just feel like they're above, beyond, and better are Nigerians. So
I think that's based on our pride and ego. Nigerians are really the loudest in Africa.
It's not
If we're
even
being
about our
honest.
I ain't trying to
loud.
be-
It's not even about our loudness. Sometimes it even runs deep into our own cultures and how we see our neighbors.
I've heard.
Let's get
The
to it. Let's get into
tribalism
it.
I've heard
Let's
that
get
against
into it.
because
ourselves, not to talk about someone in another country.
Yeah, not only do y'all think y'all better than us, y'all think y'all better than,
Than each other.
This is true.
like,
I think there's a large part, especially with me, I've experienced where a situation. So I'm a little bit into my own life, right? I literally came into the country from England, was exposed here, joined a fraternity in college. Like I actually got exposed to a lot of different things in college. And the idea that what's the most common thing that a lot of Nigerians parents say is, you know where you come from, you know who you are, act like it type of a situation. And a lot of African Americans are lazy. They don't want to work. They don't want to do X, Y, and Z. And they're stubborn. They would rather live off welfare for the rest of their life. And then you get
Is
to...
that what
that's
you
why a
heard?
lot of,
You get-
especially
that's
African
why-
fathers,
oh
that's why a
my
lot of them can
God.
become Republicans.
That's why a lot of
have
them become Republicans.
weird-
Yeah.
Wow.
These are
Wow,
ideologies
wow.
that
Okay.
actually exist within the community, and it's passed down to the kids. And then when the kids get to college, they kind of start to perpetuate that.
I don't think that is
I
passed
think
down
a
to the
lot of
kids.
Nigerians do. A lot of Nigerian kids do. It's
I
not
feel
until
like-
they experience it
I feel like
themselves.
some
and are
Nigerian
like,
kids might have a little bit of resentment towards their African American counterparts because of bullying.
Okay.
But I don't think that they're saying that, oh, I'm better than this person because I'm Nigerian or these people are lazy. I don't think a lot of Africans go into college thinking that, especially if they're young, because they have friends in high school and all that stuff. But I think that they might feel some type of way towards people of African American heritage because of probably how they were treated when they were in high school. Like me,
I was
I
bullied
wasn't-
for sure.
I wasn't bullied by white kids in high school.
Oh, I was for sure. I wasn't bullied by white kids. I was bullied by black kids.
Exactly. That's what I said. I wasn't.
100%.
I was never bullied by white kids. I
There was
wasn't
the
bullied by the
African
Jewish
booty
kids.
scratcher.
I wasn't bullied by
I was called a
Chaldeans.
lot of things.
I wasn't bullied by anybody but black people. And I always were trying to fit in with them.
Yeah.
Let
You
me
know?
just say, I'm not a representative for everybody that bullied y'all while y'all over here making direct eye contact with me.
Lord.
I apologize for that. But
No,
I'm just
joking.
like,
I'm joking. Don't mind me. I'm about to just get comfortable. I don't know. It's a lot to unpack there.
Well, let's unpack it.
I think that first and foremost, and which may not be something that a lot of Africans understand, especially when they first get over here. Outside of like, don't get me wrong. Yes, there are actual bullies and actual bullying.
Yeah.
But in African American culture, roasting somebody is a rite of passage. Like you got to get picked on.
Yeah.
Whether it be in your family when you're younger to get thick skin, whether it be at the lunch table while you know what I'm saying, like you just walking around in lunch in middle school and you getting talked about because y'all got the same uniform on.
But think about it this way. You're going into an environment. Don't even say that it's an African. You're going into an environment. Everybody else looks different from you. And the only person that looks just like you seems like they hate your guts.
Yep.
Agreed. But like I said, I think that's where like the divide begins at that point because don't like I said, there is actual bullying. I'm not saying that everybody that was bullying y'all was like trying to give you a rite of passage and being like, yeah, let's.
I know some of it was malicious for sure.
I ended up being great with a lot of people. Like,
but what I'm saying
our
is,
high school was weird. No one really hated anybody or was bullying like that for real.
I think you went to West Bloomfield, right?
Yeah. So
I went to ATA. I went to a DPS school, so I got it bad. The only thing that was my saving grace to some degree was when I first came here. I still had a British accent. So they were shocked at the fact that I was a black British kid, for one. And then when they found out I was African, that's when the African joke started.
Yeah.
Like I used to have people walk up to me and just click behind me and was like, oh, what am I saying? And I'm just like, that's ignorant.
I'm screaming.
But then
you know what? I want to drag Dan for a second.
Go ahead.
There was a time, right? This is when African culture was starting to boom.
Uh-huh.
This is when people started buying dashikis.
Oh my
and
God.
People started appreciating African culture, wearing the beads. I remember there was this one conversation we had in our African Student Society that Dan was talking about, I'm gonna run up to them and snatch my beads off their neck. They don't know about my culture. They don't know about this. They don't know about that. And I was like, Dan, relax.
Stand by it.
Relax.
Stand by it.
Why?
It's one thing to appreciate a culture. The same way Black Americans feel about white people with cornrows is the same way I felt in that moment. Why? Because in that moment, you're just perpetrating the culture without even trying to attempt to understand.
There's an African American person here.
Now,
Mel,
let me finish my thought.
Mel, as
nobody else finish their thoughts.
As an African American person, would you go and smack the shit out of someone that's wearing cornrows on the street?
I ain't smacking the shit out of them, but
Are you gonna even talk to them?
I'm different, Manny. Yeah.
You're gonna confront them?
Because what you got cornrows in your hair for?
I mean, I guess that's
like
you two.
What's the purpose? Like your hair's not coarse enough for
I'd
it.
rather point it out to the person sitting next to me and like chuckle about it than get up and waste my energy.
No, I agree with that.
Can I finish with where I was going at that point now?
I apologize. Go ahead.
Where I was going with that point was the fact that, yes, I would snatch it off. In that moment, was I feeling that same way? Yes. Will my approach be different now at 26? Absolutely. I'm going to be asking you more questions to understand why you're doing what you're doing, to see if you care about the different situation. You're talking about me at 21, the angry kid that I was. I'm 26 now.
I said I wanted to cast you, and I casted you.
Are you saying that people change?
I am saying that people change. My approach will be different now, understanding what I know now and the experiences I've been able to experience in my life now. I can understand that. Now I'm willing to more ask you questions and educate before being angry. And bear in mind, you also have to understand where that comes from in terms of the anger of snatching it off people, because we were raised by our parents to literally believe and hold true to the things that make us us. And watching that bastardize just for the sake of Black Panther coming out was a problem to me.
Yeah, I kind of saw it a little bit more like you see it now, where I was just like, okay.
Wait, you were 21? You were 21 when Black Panther came out?
I don't think it was 21.
I don't think I was 21. I was like, what, 22 or 23, something like that.
Yeah. But to me, it was more about if I'm even going to confront them, which I probably wouldn't even confront them. If I was to confront them, I will ask them what they know about it first. Ask them why they're wearing it, or just like you said, why they're wearing it. And then if they don't have an answer, then I would educate them. But what we were talking about back then it really floored me because I was already thinking that way. I was already thinking about why would I just go up to someone and smack the shit out of them because they're wearing my beads. Who knows? Okay, first of all, you can't even get those beads easily over here.
Which is my point of how did you get them?
Exactly. So somebody
what's my point of
either
how
they
did you get
stole
them?
them or somebody entrusted them to them enough for them to wear it in the first place. So your
Or-
problem should be with the person that let them get their hands on it in the first place.
Or they just ordered it off of Amazon like everything else.
Amazon
You can get them off Amazon?
I'm telling you, you can literally go on Amazon and search up African beads and
Okay,
they'll come
so
up.
time. I mean, outside of the fact that you've grown and you're a different person now.
Uh-huh.
I ain't trying to be funny, but like, what's the difference now? Because y'all Nigerians is hot right now. Hollywood loves you. If it's a black man, even if he's from London, he has Nigerian descent. You got Damson Idris from Snowfall. Who else? The guy from Love Is Blind right now, the only black
John
man.
Boyega.
All of these people, y'all are. Hollywood loves you, honey. Like
It's not even Nigerians, it's all Africans.
Africans.
It is, but like honestly, but you got Afro beats. It's hot right now. It's beloved by the black community right now. So outside of you being a different person and how you feel has changed and has grown, what's the difference? Because it's even bigger now
bigger
because
now.
it was one thing for the black community, like and what I will say though,
Burna Boy selling out O2 Arena.
But what I will say too though is understand that a lot of the times where African Americans are wearing these dashikis and this, that, and the third,
They're trying to connect.
No. Well, yes. But a lot of it had to do with the fact who's selling it to us. So I say ladies. Who's selling it to us?
Bomb.
I agree.
Who's selling it to us?
Here's-
So why is it that you get to pick? Why is it that as a culture, certain people get to pick and choose? Well, I'm gonna sell it because I need to make some money. And the other thing, then you got people like y'all that's like, well, y'all can't wear it. Y'all don't know the culture. Y'all don't this, that, and the third.
Some people would rather make a quick buck than actually stand on something.
So
that
how
they believe
is
in.
that an African American's fault by wearing something that we think is nice that gives us
I didn't
some type
say
of
that
Connection
it was your
back to
fault.
home.
right? But I didn't say
it was
that
your
you
fault.
said it was your fault. But your reaction at that time is completely unwarranted because you don't know. And at the end of the day, in my opinion, you should be mad at the person who sold it to us.
Agreed. You're mad at me now. And
I'm not mad at you now. I'm just asking.
You're having
So,
this question. This question is for 23-year-old me.
Well, for 26-year-old you now, what's the difference between then and now with Nigerian and African culture being popularized
The
now?
difference between all of that then and what it is for me now, I'm more so in the place of don't dilute the culture. It's more so a place of educating to keep the authenticity versus pandering to make it palatable for or more palatable and digestible for mainstream media. That's where I now draw the line. It's one thing. Now I understand the importance of sharing the culture and educating and keeping the culture alive because a lot of things are going to die with our parents.
Yeah.
A lot of things are going to die with our parents because they kept it so much that they even kept some of it from us.
Yeah.
So
Very
I'm more
true.
so in a place of don't bastardize what we have and dilute it now. And like that's why I genuinely have a problem with people who make Nigerian accents so they're palatable for white people, or they make all these food videos palatable for white people, and then it just exposes the culture to not being what it truly is.
Okay, I might have to cut you off real
Go
quick,
ahead.
before we run out of time. So what is it like dating an African American?
It's interesting.
Okay.
A lot of the things.
Don't disrespect me.
A lot of
Before we get too far, don't disrespect me.
a lot of the things that I expected and thought are challenged daily. A lot of the feelings that I felt are challenged daily because not only do I love you, I also love where I'm from, and figuring out the parts of me that don't necessarily, I don't want to say fit, but they don't necessarily sit well with me.
They're not necessarily symbiotic.
I'm forced to actually face those truths now because we won't be together if I was sticking with the true tradition of what a lot of people feel is Nigerian culture.
No, we would not.
So I'm forced to really analyze and accept parts of me that I know are there and then figure out how I move forward with those with you and carry you along in that process, as well as teaching you a part of the culture as well, because that's a part of who I am.
Oh, that's so sweet.
We need another episode to talk about that specifically because oh hush. Oh hush. Oh hush. Anywho.